business, but I just got fired from the job that I so crazy. I actually enjoy the skill. I just didn't like the job. And I'm not going to make this video about how I hate the 9-to-5 structure, and it ain't going to be like that. I'm just going to open up because I always told y'all, like, whenever I leave this job, I will let you know what I did. Now, there's two things that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to put the name of the company out there because I ain't trying to have no lawsuits. And then the second thing I'm not going to do is tell you the equipment we sold, because you'd probably be able to find out what the company is if I told you that anyways. But here's how I got fired. This is the crazy part. Now, I actually should be sad, but I'm more hungry than ever. So once upon a time, literally just basically a month and a half ago, I signed up for this job. It was recommended to me from someone I know. And it was recommended because I love sales. I love marketing. I love talking to people. I like talking with people. I like helping people. It's the whole reason why I make these videos, you know? So anyways, this job required us to what I thought was selling a medical unit. We're just going to call it a medical unit. All right. This medical unit, it could be for people in the ranges of, let's say, 30 years old or younger, some younger, maybe like, let's just say 21 years old up to 99 years old. Okay. But this medical unit was for people who had a certain health condition. And because I love helping people, I'm like, this is a great opportunity. It's not even going to feel like I'm at work. And I promise you, there was probably 1 to 2 days where I actually felt like I was working at this job. And that's how much I love helping people, talking with people, and helping them find a solution, even if they don't buy. Okay. Because it was a sales career. Right. And it was going good up here, but not corporate. As you all know, I used to be an online fitness coach. I'm already well versed in the health niche. You talk about losing weight, you talk about the immune system, you talk about health benefits. I got you. But this job, in my personality and my skill set, didn't match up, even though it was still sales. You see, what had happened was entrepreneur sales is completely different. On the whole other side of the coin, is completely different from corporate sales. And this was actually my first time ever doing corporate sales. Entrepreneur sales, you're able to make content, and people who are interested in the product or service are they're getting warmed up in the process. And by the time you talk to them on the phone, they're already warm, or at least some type of warm. Let's just say lukewarm. At the worst, they're lukewarm. Corporate sales, at least with this company that I was working with, not all corporate sales, but this job, I was just working complete cold. And I didn't know that until I actually started the job. It's crazy. But I didn't let that stop me, because I'm like, you know what? I usually talk in front of a warm audience like I'm doing right now. You click this video, you want to know how I got fired. I'm letting you know you're warm to the idea of what I'm about to discuss. But a cold audience are people who don't even care about anything. We're talking to them and they might have been doing something completely different. Okay. And, you know, I get on the job after training and they tell us like, hey, you got to stick to the script. You know, you got to say this first. You got to say, hi, my name is Jay from this company, and congratulations on receiving, you know, we had a whole script that we had to recite. And I'm thinking to myself, cool. I have good voice tonality. I got confidence in this thing, man. I mean, selling a $49 product or a $400 product, that's what we had sold. It's nothing, because I've sold $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 products. So it's cool, right? I'm confident. And most of the people in there are beginners. And I'm not saying this in a cocky way, but once I got and sat down at my desk after training, because training is completely different from being in the field, I had my headset on. I'm in front of my desktop and my computer, and I got a cubicle. I can lock the F in. I can lock in an environment like that. I'm drinking my caffeine. I got my jug of water, you know, I'm good. But see, something happened. The company I worked for started looking at what they call KPIs, or at least that's what we call it in an entrepreneur world. I forgot what it stands for, but just imagine being scored off of your performance. Okay. I'm used to, in the entrepreneur world, seeing how many people booked a call and looking at how many people we sold and looking at how many people who didn't sell and looking at how many people didn't show up. Those are like the basics of KPIs, right? In the corporate world, in this company, it's a cold audience. It's so, and I'm not complaining in any type of way. This ain't that video, but I'm here to tell you that it shocked me when I found out that these people we're talking to on the phone are cold because the company was intercepting phone calls when people would dial another number. They didn't tell me that in the job description, but it's okay, right? I had already signed up for the job. I had already gotten my first paycheck. They paid on a weekly basis. I'm like, maybe I can work with something here, because I'm a person, like people just naturally open up to me in the real world. So I shouldn't have a problem with this, if someone decides to buy, great. If they don't, great. I'm not going to persuade anybody, but I will help you make a confident decision. That's my mindset. And then I don't want to focus on, I hope they say yes. I hope they say yes. Cause I know that brings desperation. And I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate for money because money is attracted to me. You know what I'm saying? Money is attracted to you. If you create value, if you know how to communicate. Anyways, I say all this to say, these people were cold as I don't know what. I mean, you're getting called the N-word. You're getting people, I'm going to find out where you live. Huh? Then some people speak a foreign language and it's like, dang, I really wish I spoke Spanish. Like, all I can do is transfer them and give them a number. And then you would get the occasional hang up. Hi, my name is Jay from Click. Or can I get your first and last name? Click. Or can I get your first and last name? No. Sir, I can't get your first and last name? Click. What if I told you they used those, I call them miscellaneous points, where if I say 3 words, people hang up on me? Okay. And I'm not, look, people thought, I didn't know this happened in the company until I started working there. And I was like, hold on. They didn't people are telling me, I'm trying to call my bank. I'm trying to call my doctor. Why am I talking to you? And I'm like, you're not calling us? You don't know who we are? Man, it's crazy. No wonder they're frustrated. And here we are talking to them and we were trained to talk to them for like 20 to 45 minutes. I'm telling you right now, if I called somebody with intentions to get something done, I ain't talking to nobody for 45 minutes. The person I want to talk to, I don't want to talk to you for 45 minutes. I want to talk to you to get the problem solved in a drop of a hat. You see, my biggest problem was I didn't know how to BS people and string them along to have longer calls. And again, I'm not complaining. This was the actual standards of the company. I'm used to giving people what they want and having them feel happy with the decision they made. I like bringing that out in people. The company I was working for that literally just fired me today, they would tell me, Jay, you're talking to too many people. I'm talking to too many people. These people are hanging up on me. I mean, literally this morning when I clocked in, turned my computer on, and we have a headset and, your screen is kind of like the company's computer. So you can't do anything. You can't browse the internet. You can't even open up a calculator. It's a program up there. And as soon as you clock in, you hit ready, then you're taking automatic calls. I can't dial out to anybody. The ring, when somebody calls, like it just goes right to my ears. Like simple as that. If we were to hang up on somebody early, you get a punishment. Like it would be a negative mark on your KPIs. If you were to transfer someone to another line somewhere else in the company and you didn't make a sale, that would be marked as a negative on your KPI. So I say all this to say that I was focused on getting sales, but I was more focused on hearing no from the people. And that's my mindset, again, because I didn't want to sound desperate. Now, I made sales. Most of the days I worked there, I made sales. The biggest problem was because there were so many miscellaneous calls, and I don't know how their algorithm works. That's the crazy part. I'm like, how am I talking to 15 people? First thing this morning, 8 to 15 people hung up on me in the first 3 words. I'm starting at a negative percentage. The company wanted us to hit a quota of 6%. If you're not the best at math, here's the math. If you take and talk to 100 people, you need to at least make 6 sales. If you talk to 20 people, you at least need to sell, I think the number is 1. Okay, let me make sure. I'm just gonna get my calculator out real quick. So if you talk to 20 people, basically it's 5%. But anyways, if you talk to 20 people, you at least need to make 1 sale. Here's the thing. I would talk to 15 people, and in the first 3 seconds, they're hanging up on me. And I'm asking my manager, who's coolest. I don't know what. Like, he's cool. It ain't no hard feelings, right? He got to do his job. He got to manage us. He got to look over us. Why am I getting 15 people in a row hang up on me? Where are you getting these people from that are like, hi, my name is Justin? They don't have no problem with me. They just heard, hi, my name is Justin, or hi, my name is Jay. And they're hanging up on me. So now by my 20th call, hopefully I make a sale. Oh, and let me tell you this, right? It's kind of crazy. It's a crazy story because this happened this morning as well. The first person who talked to me, which was like the 16th person, okay? 15 people hung up on me. I'm already starting. Like, the closer I get to 20, the more I'm like, I better make a sale because I'm not going to have that 6%. I got to make 1 sale every 20 calls. The 16th person actually spoke. I got through the whole paragraph and I'm like, can I have your first and last name? The dude's like, no. I was like, really, sir? I can't have your first and last name? Click. He hung up. How? That doesn't even equate to my skills in sales. I know this because I'm not saying this in a cocky way, y'all. Like, I'm being authentic as I don't know what. I have sold $2 products, $50 products, $500 products, $1,000 products, $3,000 products. I've had clients who stay with me for 3 years paying me $300 a month off of a 45-minute conversation. I've sold $5,000, $10,000 products. There's no way in the world where this scenario could equate to my skill set, especially having so many miscellaneous calls. And it's marking against my percentage. Why am I getting calls like this? You know, and nobody really had an answer. They were like, oh, you need to stick to the script. I'm like, bro, I am not new to reading words on a script, you know, but I never complained. That's one thing that I told myself I wasn't going to do. I wanted some job stability. And so I say all of this to say that it was a little disappointing knowing that this was my first corporate sales position. And I'm pretty sure all corporate sales businesses are like not all of them are like this, but I think I'm done with corporate sales. I like having the freedom. And I'm not even saying I like having the freedom. And I'm not even saying I don't like to follow rules. Like, I have my own rules in my own business. And when I was an online fitness coach, I had my own rules too. I ain't dropping my price. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in that. But I do believe in sales, not persuading. I don't want to have to talk to somebody who didn't even know they were about to talk to me. And then I have to kind of push them into doing something. Let me tell you all this too. Every single one of my sales have been from someone who actually wanted the equipment. None of them were from an argument or somebody and they wanted us to kind of like bicker back and forth. And I'm like, bro, why am I sitting here talking about this? I know they're not going to buy. I've had 5 years of sales experience. They're not going to buy. You get somebody mad, they're not going to buy. Okay. And they will tell you, they will stay on the phone to make you or make themselves feel right, selling themselves the idea of how much they don't like you. And that's why they're going to stay on the phone, because you've bothered them that much. I don't care to be in that energy. Well, Mrs. So-and-so, this and this and this and this and this, and you should do this. I'm not trying to persuade you to do anything. If you don't see the value in it, don't do it. Because the truth is, when you have an abundance mindset, you know the right people are going to be attracted to you and the wrong people will be repelled by you. And that's just life. Everybody ain't going to like you. Everybody isn't going to buy from you. It's not even my company. And I knew that. Why am I trying to string along? And they wanted us to talk longer to the people, even if we knew they weren't going to buy, even if they told us 1,000,000 times, I'm not going to buy. They still wanted us to talk to them. Why? Because the longer you talk to one person, the less calls you would have throughout the day. So now your day is getting filled up. Instead of you talking to 40 people like I did one day and they got on me for that. Man, you talk to 40 people. You're supposed to keep it low. Talk to 12 people. Well, excuse me. You do know that means I would have to talk to each person for about 45 minutes, right? Or for about 30 minutes, right? All my sales. I'm sorry to be screaming in the mic, y'all. I'm just passionate about sales and helping people. And it's just like, I believed in the product because I knew how much it would help. And like personally, my dad had hip surgery like earlier this week. And I see like man, he has to get back on his 2 feet. And sometimes he's home alone. And it's like, okay, he might be able to use this device for him just to have assistance, and then he can get rid of it later on. So I'm like seeing it happen in my real world while going to work, helping people who are in a similar situation. And I'm like, yo, they need this because my dad would need this. I'm coming genuine from my heart, right? Why like all my sales were from like, they were no longer than 12 minutes. I don't need to talk to you for 40 minutes to get you to want to buy something. You either want it or you don't. And I don't even approach it that way. I ask you what you value and if you would like something like this. And if you do, I help you make the best decision and you feel good afterwards. I don't want you to feel buyer's remorse once you get something. And it just surprised me because it was my first experience in corporate sales and they're so hell bent on sticking to the script. And I know why, because it is one of those things that just never change. They can change you before they change how somebody reacts on the phone. You're their employee. So they want to make sure, hey, you're the constant, they're the variable. You stay the same and we see what they say. And then we can get some feedback. Oh, this statement works when you say it and this statement doesn't work when you say it. And so that really, like, I'm not going to say messed me up, but it took away from my creativity. And it, like, yeah, they fired me because I didn't have 6%. I had like a 2% conversion rate. And, you know, I can't take it personal, but I'm just going to say every day for the past 2 weeks, I actually had my notes and I would tally mark every time that somebody would hang up on me with like me just saying the first 5 words. And then I would tally mark every time somebody spoke like a foreign language. And I would tally mark whenever somebody was being disrespectful or a prank call or say the N word or whatever, because those things don't count. If somebody has a whole different intention of not getting anything and they speak a different language, how could I? Like, the job didn't say you need to be bilingual. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how would that work for me? How? You guys don't even do it. So why is this being counted against me? My conversion rate in real life was 25% off of the people that actually didn't hang up within the first 3 to 30 seconds. It was 25%. They only required 6. My percentage dropped so many times for whatever reason because I kept getting calls that were just disqualified from the get-go. They might not even, the person on the other line may not have even been able to understand what I was saying. I might have understood what they were saying, but they couldn't understand me because it sounds like I have an accent in their own ears. So anyways, bottom line is, what's next? Well, today I purchased a course. I purchased a course called Course Careers because if you guys haven't known, I went to college for computer science. I dropped out, did entrepreneurship, and got into sales in the past 5 years. And I actually purchased a course. I'm trying to show y'all this without showing sensitive information. Okay. I bought a course, Course Careers. I'm going to learn how to software develop. And I got an interview next week. So that's exciting as well. But this just goes to show, don't put all your eggs in one basket. A job isn't guaranteed. A government job isn't guaranteed. We know what's going on, like in the economy right now. Okay. You don't ever want to say, this is the only source of income I get. You need to have multiple streams of income. I was so calm when they took my stuff out and they brought me to the administrative office and HR was sitting there. My manager was looking me dead in my face and he's cool. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. I ain't got no problem with it, bro. You just doing your job. More power to you, man. You know, but this may not be for me, you know, because I know where I come from and I know how to talk to people. I know how to relate, you know. I counted my numbers, I counted my tally marks, and I saw, man, half of these calls are just trash. So if I have a lower percentage, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing I can control. Anyways, I sat down at the table and all I could think to myself was, what's next? You got plans, bro. You doing YouTube, you doing your business. Okay, you plan on going back to college, and we were thinking about the other day getting Course Careers, and today was payday. So guess what I did? I went and bought Course Careers software development. Okay, and I don't want to call it cheap because I've seen boot camps in tech that cost tens and thousands of dollars, but Course Careers, the software development course, was $800. That's not a flex, y'all. I'm sharing this to share. This is what real life looks like as an entrepreneur, part-time, and investing into yourself. Okay. I did the payment plan for Course Careers. I'm gonna zoom in right here. Right. You see the page right there, right? I can't fake this. There we go right there. I just bought it today. It's the same day, a couple hours after I got fired. There we go right there for $200. It's going to be 4 payments of $200, I think. Or maybe 5 payments. I'm not sure. But I'm not stopping. If anything, I'm more hungry. And if anything, let this be motivation to you. Maybe you still have your job, but don't ever get too comfortable. Always have a plan to where you're able to make money on your own time and not 2 jobs, because you're still at somebody else's grace. At least with your own thing, content creation or creating offers, creating value online that people want to pay for, you're able to name your own price. You're able to make money without trading your time for it. Or if you do trade your time for it, you're making a lot of money in a short amount of time. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not nervous. Now, the other thing is, I want to be completely transparent with you. I cut my cost of living dramatically. Dramatically. When I was living with my girl in an apartment, I forget how much our bills were, but I was maintaining it all. Well, I was doing my best to maintain it all. And there was times where business went up and down. I told y'all about that with Instagram. Like, it just didn't, it was cool, but when I switched to YouTube, like, the incomes like definitely slowed down, and I shut down my Instagram business, because I really wanted to be more authentic instead of creating 30-second reels. So my bills probably went from the mid 3,000s to close to like $700-800 a month. Okay, because I moved in with family, and maybe your family ain't cool with it, and they're like, nah, you still got to live out there. Or maybe you're at the age where you're like, I got a family. See if you can have a sibling or somebody move in. I'm just saying, okay, lower your cost of living so you're able to invest into yourself. Lower your cost of living so you're able to invest into yourself. It ain't all the money in the world, but I do have about 2 months, maybe 3 months worth of living expenses. All right, already in my account, because I was more disciplined with my income this time. I'm still going to be paying off my debt, by the way, as well. So that's living expenses plus paying off my debt. And I allocate half of everything I own right now or earn to debt allocation. I got to pay off my student loans and stuff. But this is debt. This $200. But I'm going to make it, whether that's, creating content, becoming monetized, or, DoorDashing and just making my own way. So now we learn software development, and I really want to get into programming. If you haven't been able to tell, I'm a big nerd at heart. But anyways, I just wanted to update y'all, give you some motivation, let you know what's happening, and we're going to keep pushing. I should feel a little sad, but I see nothing but opportunity, So it's all about your perspective. Anyways, if you like this video, subscribe. Okay. We talk about money. We talk about business. We talk about wealth. We talk about life. And I give y'all the real. All right. That is it. That is all. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out. Peace.